Kyle Rittenhouse has been found not guilty on all counts, which should not be a tremendous surprise if you have been following the court proceedings, which I have not been. But it's still not a surprise, because I'm very smart. After 26 hours of deliberation, the jury appeared to accept Mr. Rittenhouse's explanation that he had acted reasonably to defend himself in an unruly and turbulent scene in August 2020, 2 days after a white Kenosha police officer had shot Jacob Blake, a black resident. Wow, race baiting much? That summer was marked with unrest across the country following the murder of George Floyd by a Minneapolis police officer. Here we go, Washington Post. Give me the moment. I want to see the announcement.
Elected a foreperson?
Whoa.
Would you give your juror number, please?
54.
54. And has the jury reached a verdict as to each count of the information?
Yes, we have, Your Honor.
One verdict and one verdict only.
Yes.
Would you hand all of the paperwork to the bailiff, please?
This is the ones that you didn't know. Okay.
Everything.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks.
Whoa.
May I see that too, please, Mrs.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Chairman? Thank you.
Rittenhouse not guilty. Wisconsin versus Kyle Rittenhouse. As to the first count of the information, Joseph Rosenbaum. We, the jury, find the defendant Kyle.
Holy shit. No wonder the prosecution was nervous. If I saw this person, if I saw a woman who looked like this on the stands, I'd be like, damn, we're not getting a not guilty out of that one at least. They're gonna have to pry a not guilty out of that person's cold, dead hands.
The first count of the information, Joseph Rosenbaum. We, the jury, find the defendant Kyle H. Rittenhouse not guilty. As to the second count of the information, Richard McGinnis, we, the jury, find the defendant Kyle H. Rittenhouse not guilty. As to the third count of the information, unknown male, we, the jury, find the defendant Kyle H. Rittenhouse not guilty. As to the fourth count of the information, Anthony Huber, we, the jury, find the defendant Kyle H. Rittenhouse not guilty. As to the fifth count of the information, Gage Grosskreutz, we, the jury, find the defendant Kyle H. Rittenhouse not guilty.
Oh my god, he's dead. Oh my god. Oh my god, it didn't matter. It didn't matter at all. He just died. Holy shit. Well, what a twist ending. And if we just cut it here, we can just pretend that's the reality we live in. No, of course not. He is he's alive. Okay. So, let's be real for a second, okay? The real reason that you guys care. Okay, listen. I've been doing this for a while. The real reason that you guys care about this verdict isn't because you specifically care about whether or not Rittenhouse himself spends time in jail. No. And it's also not about the implications and precedent this will set for future protests and violent action. No. You're just mad that conservatives are going to act smug on Twitter. Come on, you don't need to lie to me. You don't need to lie to me. Come on. You're just mad that the conservatives will be smug on Twitter for months. And you wanted to be smug. You wanted to be the smug one. But now they're going to be the smug ones. Right? Yeah, I know how we are. Humans, psychologically. That's what you care about. Well, first, I propose to you a solution. First of all, a smugness is in your heart. You can be a smug cunt 100% of the time for no reason. I hate to be the one to inform you of this. It's powerful information. You can just be smug forever if you want to be. So consider that problem solved. In a moral level, do you think there's anything a little bit fucked up about wanting a ruling to be reached in a pivotal case just to satiate your spiteful desire to be smug on social media? The answer is no. That's the only reason we even have a court system. Everything else is cope. No, that's the only reason we do anything. So don't feel bad about it. We do have a not guilty on all counts verdict. I've said this before, but the writing seemed like it was on the wall for this particular one, in large part because the defense of not guilty. The defense of self-defense, invoking self-defense as a justification for killing another person, is while it does take into consideration the possibility of whether or not you put yourself in the situation that you're defending yourself against, and that can be a pivotal factor in the legitimacy of a self-defense claim, it's not perfectly in overlap with what we might consider to be reasonable or moral behavior. Because I think Rittenhouse was wrong to go out to the protest. I think running around vigilante Batmaning with, open carry AR-15s at protests is actually a pretty bad idea. But whether or not something is a good or a bad idea morally, whether it contributes to the betterment of a society, that's not necessarily 100% in line with whether or not it's self-defense. I strongly discourage you guys from questioning the outcome of this trial. Was the judge sussy-wussy? Was he a little bit of a sussy baka? Yeah, I would say that the judge was a little bit of a sussy baka. But what the fuck are you going to do about it? Are you going to get the ruling overturned? No, that's not going to happen. That will never happen. All you're going to do is look like a bitter, salty, ass-mad child by claiming that the game was rigged after you lost. So just don't even... Just do what I do, okay? The judge was a little sussy-wussy. Yeah, but okay, they reached that verdict. All right, that seems to be... Yeah, just don't freak out, please. He's white and got extraordinary treatment. It's unarguably rigged. Now, that's what I call something that will get you ratioed on Twitter because it'll make you look like an idiot. He's white. If you, after the context of this trial, and you go on, you're like, oh, Rittenhouse is white. Of course he got it. Like, please. Oh, my God. There is a time and a place for the structural analysis of systemic racism in the criminal justice system, and that is not, we lost a court case, so let's call the opposition white. That's yeah. Though I imagine a lot of people are going to be doing that anyway, so be careful with that. Anyway, the real concern here, as I've said before, is that Rittenhouse is going to be a hero to thousands, millions maybe, of Republicans and edgy independents. Thank you very, very much. And that heroism is going to inspire a lot more similar behavior at protests, You're going to have it's going to get it's going to get flagrant. It's going to get frequent, okay? You're going to have 2 or 3 people protesting outside your local laundromat because a father of 3 got shorted on overtime wages and convinced 2 of his employees to join him. And there will be like 16 Republicans with AR-15s just marching in a circle right around. Just like sharks swimming around a ship with chum pouring off the sides. So we need to be careful about that. There is no doubt. I'm very confident in the fact that this ruling will inspire future violence. But we're all going to have to be a little careful. And I have some suggestions to that point. First of all, if you are protesting and you see somebody who is obviously a conservative open carrying a gun, please do not attack them. You moron. There are people in chat saying the opposite of what I'm saying right now, and that's very concerning. If you look at the facts of the case with Rittenhouse, there is no denying that there was irresponsible behavior on the part of the protesters. I don't even think that was in question, frankly. Irresponsible to a lethal extent. Nah, fuck that. Spooky Electric, if you want to go play Suicide by Cop, then you're free to go throw rocks at a precinct. But as long as you live in reality and you are in the proximity of other protesters, you will not initiate violence against armed people. Do not. I don't care how hard you're LARPing. First of all, you lose because you are a Vaush.gg chatter, and the person you are attacking is a Republican, which means that they go shooting 3 times a week, again, putting up little posters of black people to mow down. Please be careful. They have been training for this. You are a tier 3 sub in my chat. Just keep in mind, there's a significant power level distinction. Just be careful. Look, I have for a long time argued against going to protests armed. And the reason for that is that unless you possess an extraordinary level of discipline and coordination, bringing guns to protests is overwhelmingly likely to increase the level of violence against both sides. It just raises the danger for everyone. There are a number of reasons for this. First of all, if people are creating a protest, do you think normies are more or less likely to go to one where they think there are going to be people with guns? There's an objective answer. Normies do not like going to protests where people are open carrying firearms on your side or on theirs. Seriously. It's just spooky. It is. Guns are spooky. They are killing machines. People don't like going to protests where people are open carrying firearms. Yeah, no, I want to live. Bringing guns to a protest is not likely to increase your chance of living. Seriously, EB the Purple, if you want, you can look at data. There is absolutely no information which is going to point you to the conclusion that bringing weapons and open carrying them at a protest increases your survivability. It's just not the case. It increases the threat level for both sides. It decreases the likelihood that your allies will join you, and it muddies the waters significantly if there ever is a violent dispute. If the other side is armed and you are not, you may feel weak and unable to defend yourself. But in reality, the way guns work is that usually whoever shoots first wins because they're guns. If you intend on shooting first, you're likely to get yourself another 18-month-long media circus of how Antifa is killing people. And if you get shot first, you having a gun didn't really make much of a difference now, did it? It's just not how it works. Gun possession and brandishing at a protest works with significant levels of discipline and coordination. That's why the Black Panther Party pulled it off. That's why I respect the Black Panther Party. Unless you've got that, you can't do it. And Rittenhouse's militia buddies couldn't do it either because they fucked up. They did have people break off. They did have this whole media circus. They did produce the negative circumstances that I'm referring to here. Even if the court found him not guilty on all counts, the outcome was still one which massively increased the likelihood of violence and death on all sides. Hogs in Michigan do it irresponsibly as fuck. What are you going to do? Cry about it? You little bitch babies? You little fucking pussy? They get away with it. Yeah, no shit. They're fascists, okay? No fucking shit. Republicans get away with 20 times as much shit as we do. No shit, you have to be careful. White supremacists kill dozens of people every year. Antifa killed one person, and we got a media circus about it for months, okay? No shit, it's not fair, okay? Jesus Christ. What are you, a fucking child? Did you think being a leftist would be easy? What are we supposed to do then? Don't open carry at protests. It will not increase the likelihood of you surviving. Don't do it. Stay with the protesters. Discourage acts of violence against other people. If you think this is cucked, then you don't belong at protests. Seriously. If your vision of a protest is, I'm going to bring a gun, I'm going to shoot the Republicans, then stay the fuck at home. Chat in VGG. Donate to VGG. Subscribe to VGG. That's what you were born for. Make Twitter posts. Maybe don't. Do not go to protests. You will not help. You will unhelp. You will damage things. You will damage people. Please do not. Please. Make Twitter posts about VGG. Tweet about Vaush. And all the good he's doing. Is this your way of advocating quietly for concealed carry? No, it's not quiet. Concealed carry. Yeah. That I'm not being quiet about it. Yeah. Sure. The real question is, what do I do with all this angry rage I feel right now? Go punch a pillow, jerk off, I don't know. Who cares? You people get so much more emotionally invested in this than I do. Even after Bernie lost, 10 seconds later, I'm on the Biden train. Look, Rittenhouse's acquittal on all charges was something which seemed likely to me. You all should have been preparing for this contingency for months. Stuff like this happens, okay? It's one kid. It's just a kid. It's a stupid fucking... Is he racist? I don't know, probably. There are lots of racists. What is he, special? I don't know. Who hasn't killed people? Come on. The concern here is navigating an increasingly dangerous protesting environment, okay? That is the concern here. Are you actually downplaying this? Yeah. Yeah, I am. If there are people in chat who are going to be like, we need to kill Republicans, we need to go to the protest with guns, we need to... Yeah, then I will. Yeah, then you need to take a chill pill. You need to dip your head in cold water, okay? You need to chill out the brain pan a little bit. We bring guns to protest so I can shoot every white person I see. Please calm, okay? Was anyone saying that? Yes, I saw it. It's about the precedent set to other right-wingers? I know. I said it. Don't gaslight us, Vaush. I don't think I am. You need to be calm, okay? Especially in situations like this. The Republicans will kill us. Maybe the solution, Vaush, is to leave the country forever. Maybe I should reframe how I'm talking about this. Hold on, let me think. Is the obviously compromised judge excusing the murder of protesters not a problem? The judge didn't arrive at the verdict. You know that, right? You know we have a jury, right? Oh, yeah. Okay, listen. Okay. I just want to eat my fucking bagel, guys. The jury was manipulated, though, right? Everybody's being manipulated all the time by everything. If you guys seriously want to take this hill, how about the fact that there was an unimaginable amount of media condemnation of Rittenhouse for months before the jury was even picked? Like, if you want to take this road, you realize you're doing the same shit the conservatives would have. Oh, they were rigged. Oh, the jury was just in fear for their lives because they would have been fucking Black Lives Matter protested and they would have been shot if they had fucking you can do this anytime for any group of people. If you want to be a bitch baby and cry, you can always do it. There is nothing you can do to overturn this verdict. There are zero things. You are utterly powerless. You have no ability to overturn the verdict. Complaining does nothing but make you look like a salty bitch, okay? And the verdict here honestly isn't what matters, because even if you did get that verdict overturned, all you would do at this point is enforce a martyrdom complex in the conservatives. But conservatives literally kill us? Yeah, macaroni, and heart disease kills them, okay? Chill. Conservatives have been killing people for ages, and it's not like lefties haven't either, all right? The number of murders by white supremacists. Do you know how many people die to protester violence every single year? If you showed it on a total chart of deaths in the U.S., it wouldn't even show up. Like, it wouldn't even be, it would be an other. You would have to split it into like a 1 pixel wide sliver of a gigantic graph that's like 4,000 by 4,000 pixels. Just, do they kill? Sure, okay, 100 times, 1,000 times many people die in car accidents. I'm not saying it's not a problem. It obviously is a problem, especially since violence done at protests has a magnifying effect politically relative to car crashes, you know. But that does not mean it's acceptable to lose your shit over it and start hardcore doomering. I hate hardcore doomering. I'm so disgusted with it every time I see it. I try to prepare you guys against this. I made a video a couple of days ago. Yeah, we're probably going to get a not guilty verdict, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't change anything. Every time something unfortunate. It's unfortunate, sure. Every time something like this happens, it's okay to be sad, but the doomering, it just isn't acceptable. If you want to do better, then here's what you need to do, okay? Here's what you need to do. If you want to do better, okay? This is what you need to do, okay? First of all, I'm not saying people can't be upset, Katzer. Doomering is different, though. Different things, okay? There's a difference between being upset and pessimism leading you to really bad political takes. Here's what you need to do, okay? First of all, encourage responsible protesting behavior on your side of the aisle. Don't open carry. Don't charge people who are open carrying. Stay together in groups. Do not engage in stochastic acts of violence. Don't do the fucking looting, rioting, arson shit. Was it overstated in the BLM protests? Yes. Did it happen anyway? Yes, it certainly did. Prevent it. When you're with groups of protesters, work with them to dissuade the bad actors from their participation. Pull them back if you need to. If you're in a group of protesters and there's some single dumb fuck throwing rocks at a police line, grab them. I'm serious. Get other people with you and grab them. Because what's more likely to hurt you, okay? That person flailing and elbowing you in the face, or the police line taking the initiative to charge into your group. Okay? Seriously, it is in your best interest to prevent protesters from engaging in behavior that increases the risk of violence against everyone. If you see conservatives who are open carrying running around, you know what you should do? Honest to God, ignore them. I'm being serious, okay? Please ignore them. I know how fired up you guys get, okay? Screaming insults at them. They're going to scream insults back at you. And because all of you have fucking fog brain during protests, the insults lead to violence because everyone's so angry. Just try to avoid that behavior, okay? If you're in a line with people, if you have like a group, you're fairly safe, and you can call them all cucks if you want. But especially if you're broken off, if you've got what if they're pointing guns at people? Or what are you gonna do if they're pointing guns at people? Huh? Take videos, photograph them. What are you gonna try to do? Quick draw? Call the police. Hey, there's people brandishing firearms. That is a felony. There are people brandishing fire. Here's evidence. Take videos. Dox those fuckers. Seriously. Hey, smile. Zoom in their face. Okay? They're fucked. You get a video of that shit, their face, of them brandishing with no provocation on social media, their life is over. Even if they never get convicted, they're not getting a fucking job. They're going to get doxxed on Twitter. There are going to be 100K like tweets going, hey, fucking Jim Jorgensen down here in Cuckland, Ohio, was pointing guns at people. Yeah, fuck it. Absolutely, I'm okay with fucking mob violence and that shit. Fucking doxing people on Twitter. Absolutely, you brandishing at a fucking protest? Fuck you. Yeah, eat shit. What do you think you're going to do? Charge them? You think you're going to charge a guy with a gun? Do you know how twitchy these people are? These people snort coke before they go to the protests. They wake up every day. Every day, these people, okay? These Proud Boys, whatever. They have a gun under their pillow, and every night they tape a picture of George Floyd to their ceiling, looking down at them. And every morning when they wake up, their eyes snap open. They fucking draw from under the pillow and they fire at it. Okay, that's every day. There's a hole the size you could fit a person through the hole in their roof now. Okay, because they do this every day. You think you're going to beat that with a charge? Yeah. You think you're gonna go like, oh, dude, that guy who's open carrying and brandishing and shouting slurs at people is only 80 feet away. I can totally clear that distance the time it takes for a bullet to make it to my skull. No, you cannot. Be calm, okay? And stay in groups. Staying in groups is a spectacular defense against violence, even against threats. The more people you have together, the more likely it is there are cameras active as well. When there's violence that's kind of just a few people scattered off, it gets a little more murky. You don't always have as good video footage and who started what. But if there's a crowd of 100 people together and somebody's brandishing near that person's fucked. There's absolutely at least one or two people with cameras active in that crowd. And what are they going to do? Mow down the crowd? I know that is possible, but that doesn't really happen. Not yet. We're not at that point yet, okay? That's level 3. We're at level 2 right now. When we're at level 3, I'll make another video, okay? We'll talk about strategies at level 3. But we're at level 2 right now, okay? What if they aren't looking at you and they're an active shooter? Do you take the shot? If you're concealed carrying a firearm and they're an active shooter to the sense that you understand they're posing a legitimate threat to the people at the protest, and this is an incredibly marginal situation, then my advice is I am not a legal expert. Fuck you. I don't know, read up on state law. I'm not getting in trouble. I'm not responsible. I'm not you motherfuckers aren't going to go to a protest, fucking shoot someone, get shot, have your house raided, and see your little shrine to Vaush discovered. And I do not want fucking Fox News at my door. You know, why did you inspire? Fuck you. My fucking clip. Yeah, fuck you. Jesus Christ. All right.